Huawei's founder Ren Zhengfei has remained defiant towards US moves against his company, saying the US underestimates its abilities. Now, speaking to Chinese state media, he downplayed the impact of recent US curbs and said no one could catch up to its 5G technology in the near future. Last week, the US added Huawei to a list of companies that the American firms cannot trade with unless they have a license. To bring you more details, we're now joined by the head of digital at the Capital Maharaj Organization Limited, Buddhika Senasekara, to talk more about this. Mr. Senasekara, how is this going to affect the Huawei users?
Initially, there's no immediate impact to the Huawei users because Huawei is trying to work with Google closely in a immediate solution, just to provide the updates and necessary technical support and help on the device users, for the device users. So there's no immediate threat of device users getting into trouble. But long term, the situation will develop and we have to see. It looks like that the hardware and software restrictions, especially Google Play and browser-based other facilities that they need to access, even it can even be extended to Google other facilities like Google Maps and things like that on these devices, will be a concern. But we need to see how the situation develops. Now, at the moment, Huawei is in communication and in discussion with Google on providing a temporary solution without it having an abrupt exit from the device usage. So that's how it stands now.
Right. Also, Mr. Buddhika, now Huawei is the second biggest smartphone maker in the world, and losing its access to the Android operating system could jeopardize its smartphone business beyond China. We would also like to know, what are your thoughts on this?
Yes, smartphone access in China will be affected in terms of Androids is concerned. Not only in China, Huawei has quite a presence outside China, especially in this region, and to some extent into Europe as well, though US is not impacted much on that. But on the other hand, the potential Android market is not US, because US has a very large market of quite loyal iOS or the Apple loyal users, which cannot be penetrated that easily. So even for Android, for Google, the best target market is still Asia and this region. So as I see that if there's an alternative, I'm made to understand that Huawei has been working on their own operating system. The readiness of that to launch immediately is not yet unknown, but it's sure to happen. And if it catches on, which will be directly competing with the Android market in this region, which at this moment I believe that Google will take a bigger hit compared to Huawei on this area.
Well, some interesting facts, but finally on this saga, actually, the US Commerce Department has given the company a 90-day extension to provide support for existing handsets and network components. Finally, we would also like to know, what does this whole thing mean?
Okay, 90 days is a negotiation effort that they are doing to keep on providing the updates and all that. So it's not yet very unclear what happens after 90 days, because since it's at the negotiation table, but of course the US Commerce Department is putting a lot of pressure on Google, and at the moment even Huawei says, we don't believe that it's from Google, so they know where it's coming from. But it's all to be seen that how they arrive at a possible resolution to this, if possible. But at the moment, it looks that, I mean, after this time period, Huawei is going to have an initial tough time with their devices support and the usage of.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Buddhika, for joining with us with those insights this evening on Primetime News.